It's the Claude. Ooh, good against the Harith. They go Esmeralda.
You know what? I'm kind of rocking with that.
Against the Harith, it's a proper lane. It's a counter matchup. All right.
Very aggressive compositions from both teams. Let's see how things open up as they throw it over to our casters.
Welcome to the International Derby. It is EVOS against ONIC in a battle for the ages. The fans are in the building, and we are to realize Goni to accompany you guys. What do you think about this matchup? Everyone's going wild.
Everyone is going wild, and for a good reason. Realize, remember, momentum is everything, and if EVOS gets game one with that sort of composition, that's gonna be big. But they are going up against the Sky Kings. Remember, folks, the winner here will advance to the upper bracket finals, where they will meet Alter Ego. Loser
Smash them.
faces up against the Red Robots, Megatron, in the lower brackets.
High stakes match. If you win, you are one game or one series away from M7. And if you lose, you're gonna face the big boys in the Red Robot suit. Megatron by Vitality. To the veterans, it is a timeless rivalry. Albert, Kyrie, they have been together for quite some time in ONIC, but Albert has been shifting to the marksman, role, and now he has center stage as the baby alien, the jungler for EVOS. And ONIC, I do agree with our panelists, they are playing a ballsy, I'd say, sort of composition where they give away a lot of things, and even Keyboy with the flicker, that's a resource spent from ONIC. Emblems by GamesMax. Nothing too particular, maybe only Esmeralda with the Festival of Blood to get extra sustain. They want to fight in mid.
Yeah, that's a big taunt. That's going to be Sans forced to use the flicker. Their key is still holding on. Pops to revitalize, and now Keyboy, they know that they have no flicker. And Sway Low will secure that knockup, and Keyboy will be taken down by Key.
It's going to be the kill towards Key. So it could have gone worse for ONIC. Number one, it's only Keyboy who dies. And number two, the kill is going to go into Key's pocket. Play low.
Oh my goodness, that's a quick punish. That's a big compensation for ONIC. They took down the mid lane, the super sub yesterday.
It feels like it's a roundel hero with the juice in. But now Suelo has to play it. They outright banned away two of the strongest EVOS heroes yesterday. It was the Granger and the Lunox, the comfort picks, the go-to picks for both Adelan and Suelo. So now they have to compensate with the juice in, and even the Esmeralda in the hands of Adelan. Gonna go for a gank down bottom. Rendy has to be careful.
Disney want a spell here being thrown out by Rendy, but ONIC not enough kit just yet. The turtle is up here. And both teams are playing it slow. Both junglers looks to clear their respective camps first.
They were trying to blow a resource from Rendy, or from one of the laners of EVOS as well, because an objective is coming close. The turtle is also available. And ONIC, it seems like they have less prio compared to EVOS. Kyrie is here, and Lupi is hiding in that bush. Dangerous grass. Might open up a flank angle for him. He gets spotted out, pops the Black Dragon form.
Yeah, that's going to be the Black Dragon form here, just to zone away. Yi Sun-shin is nowhere near, though. Take a look at the Yi Sun-shin. Good mobility. The Yi Sun-shin cuts the rotation off Skylar. That's going to be a kill, an important one from EVOS. Great read from Albert.
It makes you question, was it worth it for ONIC? They left Skylar all alone in a world of hurt, and Albert was able to take down his former teammate, the newly ascended player into the Sky Kings realm. Talent prediction by GoPay. Again, most of the talent prediction so far in the playoffs, Goni, has been unanimous. 3-0 for me, 3-0 for you, 3-1 for Eternite and Miracle.
For the last match, though, I think it was 0% for all the talents.
Alter Ego was able to defy the odds and prove us all wrong. Maybe EVOS has something to say in this series. A bit of a statistic here for all the records. ONIC players with these heroes. So yeah, I think Lutpi is one of the most known players to pick up the Yuzong. 4 wins, 1 loss. EVOS though, 7 wins and 5 losses for Albert in the Yi Sun-shin. Now, come into or rather moving away from the laning phase. It seems like EVOS are always going to exert pressure again with the Gatot Kacha Alice. It seems like ONIC are giving them away, I'd say, a game plan on a silver platter, because we saw that yesterday. That Alice Gatot Kacha combo is so intense with the Thorn of the Ruin, and then you could just stack it up with the AOG, with a Mountain Shocker too. So there's a lot of controls coming in from EVOS. ONIC needs to find a counterplay for this because they are quite susceptible to it. I mean, sure, Skylar is a Harith after all. Sans has the Wings by Wings to kind of, you know, bob and weave away from the pressure. It seems like ONIC are now, to be honest, quite on a back foot with EVOS taking over all the kills, and now it will come down to the second objective.
Yeah, the setup here. EVOS is slowly controlling the mid bush, and Sans knows it. EVOS already 4 members is in the mid lane. With Harith clearing top, I think that's already like enough information that okay, let's go and go for the mid lane or the turtle lane. Pariah. There you go, ONIC now commits with 5 members.
Okay.
Esmeralda is not far behind. Key and Lutpi facing off with each other. That's Keyboy though, jumping! Oh my goodness! The damage is there, but take a look at the burst damage from EVOS. Enough to burst Kyrie down almost. Shadow kill forcibly.
Headlock.
Gonna be Lutpi. Oh! 3-man immobilization. Albert finds the connection, and that will
Skylar?
be Skylar trying to deal damage. Not enough just yet though, but EVOS, what a fight.
Call me a Granger merchant once more, I dare you. Erlan shouts at them. A perfect falling star moon. But man, that could have been even better for EVOS if they had the damage to follow that up. Thankfully though, they still get the turtle and a kill towards Lutpi. With a 1.1k gold lead, EVOS are the ones dictating this early game. And again, ONIC, what kind of setup are we gonna ask from them? Lutpi, AOG!
AOG taunted, no BDF right now. They will be able to get the clear though as Keyboy looks for an angle, doesn't really find the connection just yet. But man, what a call to fight right there. And again, the falling Star Moon lands, and Mount Shocker was there as well, and EVOS, they're slightly ahead.
That's the thing, Donnie. They have so much setup for the Mountain Shocker. It was the Alice ult earlier on, plus the AOG, and then you have a falling Star Moon on top of that. And this Esmeralda is having, I'd say a beautiful time against the Harith, especially on how Esmeralda very good against shields, and yeah, so far ONIC still puzzled on what they have to do. They have team fight presence, yes. Again, the Feather Airstrike. You have the Shadow Kill too, and Lutpi. Again, the punching bag with a Black Dragon form, so much options. But so far, it's EVOS who are relentless. Key is invading the territory, the jungle of ONIC. So you can, again, EVOS are making ONIC uncomfortable. This is what the teams have to do up against ONIC. You can't give them space and time to do whatever they want. You have to challenge them, and EVOS are doing just that.
So far, so good though for the White Tigers here as they look to apply pressure now towards the top lane, especially with the neutral objective. But take a look at 3 members here in the bush. Keyboy will face check. That's gonna be taunt. AOG Kyrie will not be able to escape that one. Great connection. What a call again from the White Tigers.
And that sets them up for the 3rd turtle. And their airstrike.
Oh no. Oh no. Lutpi will be taken down. They will defend their mid turret though, but that's a free lord for the White Tigers.
It's a free lord for them. Oh, Skylar. What is he doing?
Wow, what is this call? Skylar now jumping in! It's 1-for-1! Skylar v. Albert. Skylar now looking for an escape, doesn't find it as Erlan connects it. That's gonna be Kyrie jumping in! Sans collects the double, and take a look at Erlan, who will not be able to hold on pressure. That's a triple for Gila Sans.
The Crown Prince ascends to the skies and goes in all alone on a mission to save the Sky King. Suelo!
Finds the connection, but not enough damage to deal more. They will take Kai though, and that will delay the Lord take, so W Suelo.
W Suelo, indeed! That is a very good way to stall ONIC Lord. They took down Kyrie, rather. Swalo set his eyes set on Kyrie and was able to at least now dissuade ONIC from taking this Lord because they don't have the Retribution. Plus EVOS are now completely spawned. So Keyboy, I think the angle that ONIC has is also to utilize Keyboy to look for angles in this dangerous grass. Our panel mentioned it. That this dangerous grass map kind of favors the Hilda too. You have map control somewhere in between. But again, the setup is just not as hard locking as what EVOS have. The Yuzong with the Petrify and that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
now ONIC, they have to bank on just protecting Mr. President, and that's protecting Skylar. Because
I mean-
Skylar, when it reaches the late game, the Harith will be insane.
I mean, so far, I like the calls from the side of EVOS, right? I think most of the fight, I think they were able to have the advantage. And now with the Lord up here, Albert is level 14, Kyrie level 12. With the Feather Airstrike popped, I think EVOS now has an angle. Kai, though, jumps in. Uh-oh, Swalo. Crimson Beacon towards the back. Quad Shadow is not available for Kai. That should be information for EVOS. What's their plan?
A bit too premature there from Sans. I think he was trying to open up the bush and maybe just dissuade EVOS members. Now they don't have the Feather Airstrike for this fight. It could be botched for them. The Lord.
That's gonna be the Lord. Focus now. Now that's gonna be Ludwig taken off the board as a distraction. Kai picks up the Lord. That's gonna be EVOS though looking for the collapse. EVOS looks for an angle. San still with the wings by wings looking for good positioning. EVOS take 2 members, but they lose out on the Lord as they look to collapse towards the mid turret. Skylar is there to provide the clear. Will find the clear for now. And EVOS now, what's their play? Seems like they will focus on towards the bottom side of the map.
At least that's the kill towards Lutfi and Keyboy. Could have been worse. Could have been Kyrie. Could have been Skylar. But this Harith is safe. As of now, quite safe as well. If EVOS look for a dive angle through Rendy, maybe even Erlan jumping into the back, but I don't think it's wise enough to do just that. Now the Lord, though, secured by ONIC, so it's still a slight win for them. Holy Crystal for Skylar. This Harith is going to hurt. So they have something, or rather they have to do something, EVOS, to address this Harith. Again, it has to be the Esmeralda keeping that Harith at bay. But if it spirals out of control, then the Harith is just unstoppable then. Lord up top will be cleared by Albert. So far, again, EVOS looking for angles to pressure ONIC. Look at how ONIC respond. They go down bottom, they clear that wave and possibly make it crash to the bottom side structure. It's how they're able to pick up scraps and just get trades all across the map. Erlan will answer, so ONIC sticking S5 ain't even not the best answer too, right?
Yeah.
AOG, on a Choker,
Yeah.
and then you have an Alice, so it's hard for ONIC at least, but there are the gods of the game for a reason.
That's gonna be the taunt. Black Dragon form committed. Oh, Revitalized King will not be able to survive that. 1 5v4 now. Take a look at the back. Ludwig trying to hold off 2 members now with the reposition. Keyboy and Skylar. Take a look at the mid lane. Randy is quite vulnerable, but ONIC now says hello towards the mid lane. They will find the structure, but man, EVOS a little bit too late there on the disengage.
Finally, they barge into that mid lane. It was long overdue. Getting that structure, the first ever in the mid lane. So at least that's something very, very valuable for ONIC. Now they have access into the river too, deeper inside of that. Oh, mounted Shocker pops. Hans just recalls in front of that. He doesn't give a damn, man. He's the GOAT in the mid lane. So, yeah. Up top, they have a wave. Crashing to the turret. No EVOS though. It seems like all their initiations has been very, very good. Their decision making as well, very mature. But now they need a huge set. Either from Rendy, and then he can layer that down, like I've mentioned before. But ONIC, seems like they're aware of that situation, plus the fact that they're pretty safe, to be honest. Like Hayabusa, and then you have the Harith too. EVOS, it's time to fight for the Lord. ONIC is close by, but Kyrie is down bottom. Does EVOS have this information?
I think they're baiting it out, right? They're teasing with the Lord, and now the bottom side is actually good for ONIC. So
Yeah, slow push.
Now with Keyboy sent to scout, holding off that bush, that should be enough to gather some information. Skylar, not shown yet on the map here. If you're on EVOS' perspective, there you go. Finally, Skylar shows. So
Wait.
now with Skylar showing, what's gonna happen here? Eastern Chin is still in the bottom side of the map.
Yep.
Eastern Chin shows. What's the call here for ONIC?
They have to address the side lanes. It's pushing for ONIC. And now they can start the Lord because the Sun Shin is so far back. Lutfi hasn't shown himself yet. He has the Black Dragon form ready. This might be the fight where ONIC really needs to win. Because this is where they might just turn things around. I mean, the gold lead is swinging in their favor.
Yeah.
They're just teasing it. It's just a dance.
Yeah.
And no one is committing. And now, obviously, ONIC, the pressure that they have, EVOS are invited to take this part.
Albert hasn't shown now. I mean, now they know where Albert is. A minute ago, they're not sure. That's why they let go of the Lord. That's the Black Dragon form popped. Now Rendy in the mid, around the Lord as well. That's going to be, oh, great zone. Albert was nowhere near the Lord, but Lutfi and Keyboy is trying to hold off. Keyboy first one to fall alongside Rendy. 1-for-1, but Lutfi holding 3 members. So long! Kai finds the connection, and Albert will be shut down by Lutfi. And Lutfi was the difference maker in that play. As EVOS, they will lose out on 3.
My goodness, the Sky Kings again and again. What are mere mortals to them? They win that fight, get the Lord, get out. It seems like EVOS were about to win that because Keyboy was solo, they had no front line. And the Esmeralda plus Rendy as the Alice was able to pull back a few of the members backside. Do they want to go for the kill?
Not just yet there. Yeah, that Watch Shadow doesn't land. Now with this Lord, I think ONIC will have more grounds to cover here. Let's see though, with the item check. Oh, full items for Skylar.
Yeah.
That's alarming for EVOS.
Even with the CE extra safety too. Kyrie though, quite slow in terms of the farming patterns. Or rather, the farming pace. I mean, yeah, Albert has been able to get 8 kills, so that is self-explanatory, but I think he's gonna go for the last item as well. Now though, the Lord's gonna march down bottom. They have a wave pushing up top. It's pretty good for ONIC. Do they want to crash into the mid lane turret? Because as of now, no one's touching the top side. It's gonna be a slow push for ONIC into that last inner turret.
Yeah.
Black Dragon form.
They want the far lane. The Lord will charge. Black Dragon for the zone. Shaman for spot. Feather airstrike. Took a look at the AoE from the side of ONIC. It will be enough to take 2 base turrets down, and ONIC will be happy. Their call is, yeah, let's not fight. Let's just take the turrets.
Take it slow. And that was why they left the top side turret, or the top side wave, to just push on by itself. Because as they were taking down the mid and the bottom side, that top side just crumbled as the minions came pushing in. So EVOS now are in the back foot. Look at that gold difference, 5.2k. It was 2.4k for EVOS a few minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, and now EVOS need to make something happen. They need a big set again. They need Rendy to again be the difference maker because he was the one who sealed their victory yesterday against Dewa in that reverse sweep. With the Alice as well. It's a strong pick for most of the EVOS players. Santa and Lutfi, they are relentless, unflinching in the grass.
They are turtling right now as they are behind in gold. 18 minutes though, so soon the gold won't be relevant, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
Say the 23rd minute mark. Let's see if EVOS is able to hold on that long though, because in 30 seconds, ONIC will focus down the Lord. What's the call for EVOS?
Endless battle for Kyrie. Extra damage, true damage as well. He needs to cut down through Erlan and through Rendy. Very tanky too. Key is also there. Look at Sans. He's a Farsa. He can do it. Whatever he wants. As the Wings by Wings to reposition. And he opens up the map as well for ONIC, confirming a few members are down in the bottom side jungle. Lord spawns, and it is going to be an Evolve Lord, seems like. As Rendy is close by. Again, fishing for that angle. Keyboy on the grass. He might catch Swalo, but Swalo has the lantern. Rendy is chunked down to half HP, but he can heal.
Oh, take a look at the mid lane. Skylar in trouble, but take a look at the peel on it now. They want for an angle. Farsa, wings by wings there just to bluff. And at least Albert is able to keep the distance. That's going to be info though. No, Yisun Shin. Oh no, that's the winner crown pops. Rendy now in the back. That's going to be Swalo repositioning Black Dragon forward.
Oh!
The Petrify will lock Swalo down. That's a
minion!
pierce dive. That's going to be 2 members off the board. Rendy out. Erlan will not be able to be taken down just yet as Albert is clearing their main base. 2 members off the board. That's green light for ONIC to take the Lord.
Minion was also pushing in the mid lane, and this Lord is free for ONIC to take. Everything is theirs. And even Keyboy and Sans are contemplating on possibly going for another assassination, but that was perfect. Look at Sans!
They're looking for the end. Last base turret taken down. Feather airstrike deployed. Key now receiving a lot of hits. Key taken down. Just 2 members now defending. Swalo will be up in 5. Erlan trying to hold on. But the immortality, will it be enough as Erlan will be taken down by Skylar. Now take a look at the base as Zonic in the...
ONIC showing levels to this game, but it feels like the drafts has always been won by EVOS, and I feel like our panelists share the same feeling.
Let's see. It's going to be a round 2 between ONIC and EVOS. International Derby. Lana Dawn. Will ONIC double their lead right here? Or perhaps you might see EVOS equalize in this best of 5.
So we saw EVOS pick up the Baxia, and we thought it was going to go jungle, right? A lot of control, obviously, with the Baxia. Quick rotations as well. But it ends up being a roam Baxia. Still comfort for Albert with the Yisun Shin. And then Rendy. An Alice Merchant, or rather, spamming the Alice 24/7. Feels like, again, comfortability is #1. Emblems by Games Max. Gusset Blast for the Baxia. Shirley, rotational plays. Helping clear the wave too. And going for agility there for the Juicin in the hands of Sans. We saw a few Juicins today. Go for the pull yourself together, but I feel like Sans also needs to match up Key's movements around the map. But the mid prior the Gani, I feel like with the Khalid and the Juicin, it's kind of, you know, it kind of favors ONIC quite a bit, but, you know, EVOS, they have rounded themselves up with a very solid draft, especially now. CC down bottom and the Yve as well, very strong picks for both players. Well, Rendy, he is kept company here. He's just gonna bully Lippy back as the Alice pretty strong at this stage of the game. Albert has level 4, so he might have access to the Mountain Shocker. Vision could be opened, especially with the Baxia. So the Vision game from EVOS is actually very, very strong. And even Key is posing up top, or rather down bottom, in this bush.
Very natural rotation so far here from both teams, I gotta say. Nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary though. Key has to spend his regen. Now, Keyboy looking for a move in the bottom side. That's gonna be the flicker. Again spent. Now with ONIC though, clearing the turtle, that's just gonna be a clean neutral objective take for ONIC. That's gonna be the Lapu Lapu though. Uh-oh, jumping. The box will be popped. That's going to be Lutfi flickering out. Rendy jumping in. Keyboy no flicker will be the first one to fall in this game. Will EVOS collect more? It seems like the sidestep from Lutfi will be enough. And that's a turtle for a kill.
We all thought it was going to be worth it for ONIC to trade Keyboy's flicker with the turtle, but EVOS, they collapse on towards Keyboy. And even Lutfi was also ready with the Bravest Fighter as well, so it was supposed to be worth it for ONIC, but now, you know, the kill goes on to Rendy, so whatever. And ONIC, I would still want to pressure even more towards the jungle of EVOS, so we can take that green camp for Kyrie. And speaking of Kyrie, in that Hayabusa game in Game 1, we expected him to farm fast because the Hayabusa, obviously, good clear, fast farming patterns too. With the Quad Shadow, he can move around, but he was constantly pressured by the Gatot Kacha and the Alice. A lot of pressure exerted towards him. So he wasn't really able to shine as much as you would like him to be. But at least in this game, you know, there isn't really the pressure of that Gatot Kacha in the hands of Ki, but the Baxia might still do the same thing. Look at him just counter jungling with Keyboy by his side. The Khalid now kind of acts almost like the Hilda, but it is just much more oppressive with the CC that it has and the sustainability too. Almost like a Hilda, I'd say. And honest prediction by Gope, 69% for ONIC.
Wow, that's the big one. Second neutral objective take here. With a setup like this, Albert level 6, Kai level 7. Albert is slightly behind here, but ONIC should not be gun-shy here and triggering, pulling the trigger for that turtle.
Skylar's just gonna farm 6 levels for both gold laners. The objective spawns, and now EVOS, they kind of want to fight this as well because they have so much control again with the Eve, with the box, the RWM, plus that Mountain Shocker. Good space to zone out the players of ONIC. They have to be wary on where they will step. Lutpi, though, will have the chance to dive into the back. However, it's a CC, right? So you have to be careful. Rendy is pushing Skylar back.
Wow, beautiful farming pattern. Kyrie's now level 8.
Suelo.
That's gonna be Suelo going back with the Mount Shocker, though. Albert trying to do something. Keyboy finds a 3-man raising stun, so no follow-up, though. Lutpi flickering back. That's gonna be Lutpi very low. Still able to get out, but Rendy now will reposition in the back. That's gonna be Shadow Kill distributed to 4 members, and Albert finds the kill on towards Kai. That's gonna be Albert taking the Lord. EVOS striking back here in the second turtle. Take a look in the mid lane. He isolated, will be taken down. Lutpi has the final laugh, but man, oh man, what a long fight.
Well, I'm quite baffled as how Kyrie was picked off right there. Did he quad shadow back to a shadow? Did he just misstep? I can't quite conclude that. We'll have to get a replay for that, but yeah, Kyrie falling right there just made it even worth it for EVOS. But look at the gold lead still swinging in the hands of ONIC. 600k, rather 600, excuse me, 600k is a lot. But yeah, Kyrie, we're gonna farm fast. It feels like it's the same story again with the Hayabusa in the hands of Kyrie. Albert gets a lot of prio with the Yisun Shin. And he farms very, very fast. His teammate is always behind him. And Kyrie with the Hayabusa. Gonna need more avenues to go in. Suelo.
Suelo will not survive that one. Shadow kill this time around will be enough to take him down. Take a look at Sans! With the flicker, he's able to find the outplay. Gila, Sans with Keyboy trying to hold on. Will not be able to. And now looking for the counter play. That's going to be a knockup from Sans, but not enough to take this Boxia down.
This Boxia is tanky, man. Very, very tanky. That was a trade towards Keyboy. Only a single kill towards Suelo, which I think is quite worth it as well for ONIC. Now glowing one secured. So again, that extra bit of anti-heal for EVOS. The Chusen has it as well. Now, Lapu. And that's of Lutpi. I think it'll be the catalyst for most of the fights that's going to happen for ONIC. Again, having to dive. Because the Yve, when it opens up the box, the RWM, he is quite vulnerable. And then you have the Khalid who can dive in. And then you can have Lutpi. It's the Lapu to just jump into the back. And with all CC immune, I think he wouldn't really care about the RWM, right? But still, he has to be careful. Turtle spawns now, and ONIC is where they will try to get this back. But Randy, look at him, just screening away ONIC.
Wow, that's a great move from EVOS. Now Lutpi looking for a flank. That's going to be Lutpi stunning Albert down under the turtle. Kai! Bicentennial take the turtle down. Now let's see the fight. Sans with the Crimson Beacon key very low. Should be taken down here. That's going to be one member of ONIC. Lutpi taken down. Now Erlon trying to hold on with the Vengeance. Not able to as Kai 3 finds the connection to take the double. Oh! What? Comes back in. Rendy though still composed and will get out of that situation.
How did he get there? The Hayabusa suddenly pops out of nowhere. Laura accurate Kakashi just spawning out of nowhere. But that was right on time, and Kyrie was able to get a lot of value from that replay by Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. This was initially a good fight because Lapu or Lutpi was able to stun Albert and render him immobile. But look at that shadow kill, plus on top of the Zaman Force, Skylar was able to deal the damage And why did I say it was so worth it? Because the Sky Piercer arrived on time for that fight for Kyrie. He's now on 20 stacks, I believe. 20 or 30 stacks will have to get confirmation, but as of now, ONIC, they're not stopping down the tempo.
For San's spot here, he knocked up. Real Word Motivation committed. That's going to be key going
Oh,
down
no.
first. 2 members off here. That's going to be
Oh,
Randy taken down as well. Now it's not a fair fight, but Skylar will be the trade. It's a 5v4 now. As ONIC, they have something left in their tanks. Finds Erlon. Suelo isolated and will be taken down. 4 members of EVOS are down and dead as ONIC will take more of the space.
We're talking about Kyrie playing Hayabusa in this series with a lot of constraints. He wasn't able to farm properly. He wasn't able to outclass Albert, at least in game number 1. Game number 2, he's now steamrolling. That's 40 stacks on the Sky Piercer and more will come. And that is very good against the strong lineup from EVOS. Keyboy has to run.
No flicker. That should be a free kill. They can't stop that, but take a look at the Lord. It's Prio to buy ONIC. The distraction, but ONIC, they're being patient here. EVOS might take the... They reclaim the river.
Wait.
It's a 5v4 now. That's a
What?
stun tide. Caught. That's going to be the Lord free. Take a look at the mid lane. Lupi isn't able to find the connection. 2 members off the board earlier for ONIC and EVOS. They will take it.
That is so strange. ONIC, they are not familiar with making mistakes, but I think that was a bit of a slip-off coming in from them.
Yeah.
Kyrie, I think he shifted back to that Cloud Shadow, but it was on top of an Alice ult. He was immobilized, he couldn't move anywhere, and that was also the Lord on half HP. So when EVOS were able to clear that front line and get a few members of ONIC, they went onto the Lord, and that was as easy as ABC. Easiest Lord for EVOS. It's gonna spawn up top. ONIC, how will they respond to this? And Kyrie, he loses a stack of that Sky Piercer, but it's all gonna be okay. But not okay for ONIC because EVOS, they have Prio in all 2 lanes. I mean, look at the CC down bottom just farming. Game fact by Gopay with 8 assists in game 2. Keyboy officially becomes the player with the most assists in MPL ID since 16. Rather than MPL ID, it seems like we'll have to take a look at that again, but as of now, ONIC, wow, they have to hold EVOS's roar.
Yeah, that's going to be the mid-structure falling. Keyboy, oh, stunned up, taken down! You gotta be careful, Keyboy! That's gonna be ONIC now, 5v4, they commit the fight with the Salmon Force. No, Key, receiving a lot of damage, will survive! Tyler will be the one to fall as the EVOS, they will roar this time. Take a look at the gold depth now. It is heavily for the White Tigers.
My God, EVOS challenging the Sky Kings. Their fangs are sharp, ready to bite back. They roar to life. With that single blunder in the Lord Pit, they translate it into even more. This is a snowball now coming in from EVOS. And ONIC are a bit in pandemonium, upheaval, and chaos. Taking down all the core members of ONIC and EVOS now. They will sit comfortably with this 3.2k gold lead. Where do they go from here now? Because EVOS, again, so much control. Rendy, top of that is going to be very careful. Sans has to pop the ultimate.
Great reaction to pop that Crimson Beacon, but that's it as well for EVOS. 40 seconds on the clock here for the next Lord to spawn, and EVOS, all they gotta do to equalize and get this game is stay composed. If you check at the items, take a look at the items, right? BOD on its way for Albert.
Yeah.
ONIC, they got to stay disciplined.
He wants maximum damage. Even the boxer going for the Twilight Armor. Physical damage reduction. Or rather, physical defense, excuse me. And Divine Glaive for Suelo Kyrie. Gotta be careful, man.
Trying to beat up the Watch Shadow here.
The backup's coming.
The backup is definitely coming. Watch Shadow popped. Now with the jukes, Kai made it out. ONIC looks for a counterplay as the Lord is now up in the bottom side of the map, and both teams will disengage to shift their focus towards that part of the map.
And Kyrie has to reset here. He was taken down quite low. He's gonna go back. He's not gonna clear the top side wave though. They're gonna fight in the mid lane, however, that's just a little bit of a skirmish. And EVOS, they call dibs on this Lord.
Will they blitz this or will they play it patient now that they have the far lane? the Lord will be resetted surely, right? But Lutpi denied the reset. Real world relation pop Lutpi. Oh my
Lord.
goodness, the Lord is now committed and will be taken down by Albert. They got Lutpi, they got Kai, and they got Keyboy, and they got the Lord.
The heavens break into two, the skies come falling down as the White Tigers roar to life. ONIC on the back foot, backs against the wall. EVOS looking for the equalizer. The crystal is exposed, and the minion is coming.
They want to end now. They don't want to wait for the Lord. They do have enough firepower to do it. My goodness, EVOS. They strike back.
Strong,
Yeah.
or is it weak? But the appearance of Nathan, and I miss Nathan a lot.
Bold.
Nathan is making his return in MPL ID after so long. So here we go, game 3 of the International Derby. Still ONIC against EVOS. Will EVOS do the unthinkable? Or will ONIC again show that they are the Sky Kings?
This game will take one of the teams to match point. Ladies and gentlemen, let us witness action here. Will it be ONIC or will it be EVOS?
Well, down bottom. Claude against the Nathan. You get a few trades, especially, but the Claude is quite weak early game. The Nathan can poke around with the skill 1, and just like that, Adelan shows dominance against Skylar down bottom. And at least this Nathan will become an insurance in the late game for EVOS. But ONIC, I would say that they do have that late game insurance with the Claude too. But this lineup is so greedy. Everyone has to share the farm. The Lunox is quite greedy. Oh, 2-man lift off. That's pretty good from Swalo. And then you have to share farm with the Wee Sun Shin. Plus the Claude too, who needs extra gold. In which we know in this patch, they have nerfed it down to the ground. Emblems by Games Max. You do see that it's going to be the weakness finder from the Nathan. Still the traditional way of the Nathan. Let's see if EVOS can activate Erlan.
Good early trades though for EVOS so far. And with Key rotating towards the bottom side, not showing though. And that will allow ONIC to have more control in the mid. But nothing too crazy just yet here. Both team just hovering around, perhaps looks for an angle, but doesn't really find the window just yet.
Split from Rendy. The glue will have a very good time screening away the Yi Sun Shin, grabbing onto the Yi Sun Shin, forcing the traceless, and then the Yi Sun Shin becomes quite vulnerable. When it comes to the team fights, here goes the turtle take. ONIC, they have lay claim on this.
Yeah, that's gonna be level 4 here for Kai. Oh, that's a big stun. They want to fight. That's a stun as well. Albert very low, still able to get out with the shadow. ONIC now with 4 members around the river. Rendy though will mount Keyboy with Sway low. Onidus providing the damage, but AOG will be the difference maker there. 0-0 on the board, but ONIC, they got the turtle.
At least the Gauntlet now is in the hands of ONIC, so they can go in for small trades. Oh!
That's a steal from Albert. That's a bold move coming from his own ex-teammate there.
Man, you thief in the night, Albar Bob. With that steal with the purple buff. Kyrie again. If we would be fair and talk about the entire series, I'd say Albert has been 2 steps ahead of Kyrie in most of the matches, or rather the games we have seen. And now in this, it feels like it's just adding insult to injury. Kyrie is close by, and ONIC with the Gatot Kacha. At least this time they have an avenue to open up the fights, and if needs be, Keyboy can just back away with the AOG defensively. So far, this is the second time Rendy will play this glue, has a 1 win in his pocket. So at least no more Alices, right? We've seen Rendy multiple times playing the Alice. Albert.
That's Albert now blazing the way. Popped. Elon pops his own entropy. Oh, great calculation there. Skylar is able to clear and get away. That's a 3v1 technically. Take a look at Keyboy though, engaging on 3 members. I don't think that's a right call. And that's gonna be first blood for Erlan. That's a little bit questionable coming from Keyboy.
Keyboy. Not one of the best series he has ever played so far in his career. That Khalid game previously kind of costed them the game too. Uh-oh. Adelan is going to munch on this. Gold plate.
Yeah.
So it's going to be so valuable to Natan.
Very,
One kill to his name too.
very valuable, right? Now, with no gold shield in the gold lane for ONIC, they have to be concerned. That's going to be the second neutral objective now. ONIC taking it. Rendy pops the flicker. Let's see, they want to contest Kyrie, Calm, or Retribution, but that's a big taunt. Alongside Lutpi in the front side, Erlando is re-hitting. Now they want to jump, they want to fight. Keyboy somehow isolated, Sway low now. Will
Tyler
be the target by Styler, but that's going to be the Tsunami Slam. Not finding the follow-up. That's going to be a 1-for-1, a roam for Sky. A worth the trade for EVOS.
Man, Skylar, he thought he had enough damage with the Blazing Duet to kill off Key. But then the BMI expires and Lutfi is under danger too.
Definitely, man. That's a penetration. Erlan takes the 200 gold freely again.
This is not looking good for ONIC. The Natan is supposed to be a late game hero, and then you give him 3 kills, you give him the gold plate, you give him everything. Setting Adelan up for success. Kyrie up top with Albert. Will we see a 1v1? I don't think so. Not quite wise to take that. Now ONIC, they have to farm quick because EVOS are just crawling on them, snowballing with all this lead. And how do they even farm quick? Because they have to distribute everything evenly. 3 core members that are very greedy and needs gold heavily. We'll have to share all the burden together. And Keyboy, quite a bit out of hand now. MPL IDX streamer. Aldi, Lutpi, and Jeffrey Nicole.
Hey! That's a celeb right there, Jeffrey Nicole.
He's a boxer.
He's a boxer. But welcome indeed.
Welcome.
1,500 gold lead. Definitely not ideal for ONIC.
I wish I looked like Jeffrey Nicole.
Come again?
I wish I looked like him.
You look like him.
I don't.
You do look like him. Realize. No worries. Yeah, I was about to say healthy lead for EVOS, but I feel like ONIC still definitely has some counter plays here with the composition that they have, right? With Lunox, with Claude, so
Yep.
EVOS, they gotta stay locked in here for that last neutral objective. 5 Keyboy now, gathering information. Pops the bravest fighter early there for Lutpi. As EVOS, they will now take the turtle. Slowly.
The counterplay from ONIC is locking down Adelan. They have that avenue in the AOG. Plus the Blazing Duet. That's going to be the big moment they're looking for. Rendy.
Yeah, that's going to be Keyboy isolated. Taken down surely with Revitalize popped. That's going to be another kill on the board for Erlan. That's big. 2,500 gold now for EVOS as Skylar is just desperately looking for farm.
A mega kill for the Natan on the 7th minute. It doesn't look good for ONIC. Again, Natan is the hero you want to bank on in the late game. It's going to need a few items before it can get online. But 4 kills feeding Adelan. And look at how easy he shreds the structures. Thankfully though for Skylar, he is keeping tabs and keeping score 10 levels above. Look at this, Keyboy.
AOG taunt as well, but Suelo has a Crimson Beacon. That will be the knockup from Suelo. That will be all.
ONIC are desperate to make a play again. That window is for the AOG to pop, and then the spell can come in!
Tsunami Slam towards the back. That's going to be EVOS looking for the collapse! Oh my goodness, the damage will be enough to take Kyrie down! Now, with the Shadow Kill pop, Lutpi will not survive that one, as 3 members are off the board for ONIC and EVOS. They just got to trade for Key.
The Forgotten Tiger again shall be remembered. 5-0-2. Unstoppable on this Natan. And Goni, this is just the Natan. We haven't even talked about Albert.
Yeah.
As the Hayabusa. It feels like he's 1v5ing everything. But again, EVOS are doing good work to try and peel away the Natan. With the glue, with the Kalea, the threat is always there. Rendy can always just mount up the members of ONIC and stand there for days as the barricade. As to not let ONIC access the backline. Because Adelan will be the cornerstone for EVOS. Again, still looking for that moment.
Yeah.
That fight. Bravest fighter popped.
Yeah, they want to fight this one. That's going to be Tsunami Slam committed. He will be the first one to fall as Rendy is looking to tank it all. Taking it back. That's gonna be shadow kill by Albert. Huge stun. Stop the momentum going. Finally, a winnable trade there for ONIC, but keep in mind Erlan has the Holy Crystal. That's bad news for ONIC.
It is winnable, but can they celebrate it? Because the kill is only going towards Key. Erlan stays untouched as ONIC again and again desperate to make a play. And this Lord take for EVOS, mind you, is very good because they have the Natan. It's gonna shred to pieces quickly. As for ONIC, all I have to do is just wait and hope that Kyrie can land the Retribution. But as of now, a 2-level deficit for Kyrie up against Albert. It's all crumbling down for ONIC. 4.9k gold lead, mounting up to 5. Malefic Roar for Albert, extra damage. ONIC, man, what do they do here? It seems like it's gonna be so hard. But we have seen them turn things around. The Lord for EVOS.
Albert collects the Lord. That's a stun. That's going to be Erlan here. E-Boy misses the AOJ. Look, P. Brings it down. That's going to be Erlan almost taken down, but Kai will be the one to fall. That's going to be Albert here, stuck, isolated. Still has the shadow. And good night, ONIC. As EVOS, they claim the triple, and they got the Lord.
The White Tigers unleashed from peasants to predators. They look to end the Sky Kings in game number 3, possibly going for match point, but it is still far from over. The Lord will march in from the bottom side of the lane. But if you take a look at ONIC now, they are the ones trembling in fear. Their godly abode under siege as EVOS, with Erlan behind their backs, it's going to be hard to stop. This Lord will come down bottom. That top side still slow pushing, taking down the structure. They're going to focus on that bottom side turret too. Pop the Holy Shield and maybe look for an angle.
Let's see. Holy Shield popped. Base turret still alive for now. That's going to be the Tsunami Slam on towards Keyboy. AOG defensively. Oh my goodness, Sans almost melted down there. Now they're sieging the mid lane. Seems like they will still be able to defend this one as the top. They should hold it up, but in 20 seconds, the Holy Shield will be on the bottom side. That's Albert finding a kill again. EVOS now with the 5v4. Will they be able to push and apply more pressure as Albert finds the shadow and will back away for now. They want the mid lane though.
This is so uncharacteristic of the Sky Kings. What has happened to them? EVOS are just running around rings. And now, ONIC, their defense, also not really the best, right? And we talked about that moment that they were looking for. That single team fight, that single initiation. Coming in with Skylar with the Blazing Duet, but then you have Key as the Kalea to peel away. That insta-lock CC with the Tsunami Slam will either force the Purify or make ONIC back away. And they were also good with the targeting. They took down Keyboy to make sure that they have access to the backline easily. The AOG no longer off an offensive tool. Now though, ONIC will have to be ready for round number 3 to defend their base. They will have to clear it quickly. They don't have the best wave clear.
They don't. They're holding on though so far. 20 seconds here with a 9,000 gold lead for EVOS. I don't think ONIC can collapse, can look for a contest. The damage profile, I don't think is there right now.
They're gonna concede this, Goni. They're gonna concede this. They're gonna let this go unless there is a heroic play to be made. But the Diamond's Heroes needs to be the leader like Keyboy.
Yeah, Keyboy here looking for the Hail Mary play, will not find anything. What a reaction from EVOS. That will signal them to, yeah, this is a free Lord. Funnily enough, Keyboy popped the Revitalize knowing in that position that he would not survive. But hey, this Lord might take EVOS to match point.
It might. And Kyrie scraping to the remains of what could be salvaged. Up top, he was able to push down the wave and get that structure. Skylar has the winner crown. He's gonna bank on possibly a Blazing Duet and then pop the winner crown so that he can be untargetable. But still, EVOS, they have an insta-kill button with the Natan. This Natan is just too insane. 6-0-4 It feels like ONIC are finally challenged, are finally tested. Can they hold on? Can they clear this?
Yeah, that's gonna be an entropy pop. Turley,
What?
wow, Lutpi. Now you see him, now you don't. Now it's a 5v4. The base turret will fall with the Lord still up. It's a 6v4. Finally, they take care of it. Now Skylar with the blazing duet looks for an angle. That's a big two-man knock up and down goes Keyboy. Take a look at the base. The mid waves are crashing as EVOS. They will lock it down.
Against Bigatron, this just might be it. EVOS, one game away from the upper bracket finals, and ONIC, they need to prove why they are the Sky Kings.
Lanadon, here we go. Potentially the final game of the series. And my goodness, 1-1 this playoffs, not a good statistics, but perhaps EVOS, they want to increase that win rate with Erlan. I like it, right? With the Kalea in their composition as well.
Eman, Erlan, both using 1-1. We did see them fall short. Rather, Eman with a 1-1 earlier today. And we'll see if that is going to be the case for Erlan too. Emblems by Games Max. Well, Bargain Hunter for the Harith. Obviously, you want to speed up, get your items quickly. Other than that, nothing really out of the ordinary. And so now, Keyboy again in position.
Revitalized pop, that's a knock-up already. Again, EVOS are winning the small trades here in the early game.
It's a very strong mid duo as well, right? Jusin, Kalea, so much control, so much sustain as well from the Surge of Life. And ONIC, again drafting for comfort. We did hear from the panel that this meta doesn't quite suit them. Way low, flickered.
Harry doesn't land the squat shadow there, so no real window. But Sans and Keyboy here trying to lure out Sway low and towards the more offensive side. And yeah, as of now, ONIC with that is slowly winning. Albert though is in the mid bush. Sans feeling it. Oh, they want to go in 3v3. That's a knock up. Oh my goodness, Key finds the takedown there. Albert will not find it. That's going to be a 1-for-1 at the end of the day, just before the turtle.
Yeah, a kill towards Kyrie, but now it's going to be Albert just shredding it down. Rende is close by. He has rotated.
Oh.
Look at the damage.
Oh, the flicker doesn't land.
What?
Kai finds the retribution as well for the first turtle fight. That's a shadow kill. Uh-oh, no shadow though. Kai takes him down. That's going to be Lutpi isolated. 3 members are on it. That's ONIC though with the reinforcements coming through.
Thankfully the kill was given to Key. So at least Albert, or no core member, is able to get that. But Kyrie, with that kill, at least he gets the turtle. It's gonna slow him down again for quite a few seconds to go and farm quickly. Again, ONIC sticking with the comfort route in today's series. Skylar back with the Harith. Up against the 1-1 though. The 1-1 will have quite a hard time up against the Harith. Will be constantly pushed back unless the 1-1 can land possible crossbow of time. Then again, the shielding from the Harith is going to be very immense. And Keyboy, this time with the Grok, he is more, I'd say, available this time to make moments to create those engages.
Rocking revitalized as well,
Yeah,
right?
but they're revitalized. So, again, you would expect it to go for the flicker, but it feels like they want to play the long drawn-out fights, right? Especially with the Harith. It's going to be a long one, a lot of cycles happening here and there. And it's all about surviving. And that's why EVOS picked up the Guinevere, extra anti-CC to go and traverse around the lineups and purify Skylar.
Very calm, but that's big information. Kyrie's in the vicinity. As ONIC, they look to capitalize their Key. Taken down to the bottom side though. Oh, that's a cheeky kill from ONIC. Key wasn't able to get to his own teammate there. And ONIC, great rotation cut.
Yep. But Skylar doesn't really have Purify this time. I don't think he is going to rotate to the Turtle Pit to join the team fight. And for this objective contest too. And look at Lutpi, he's down to half HP. He can heal. 1v1 with Rendy. Kyrie is close by.
I think they get the kill here, right, Rendy? Oh no, there's no info in Rendy.
What?
Oh, he survives, but finally, Lutpi takes him down. That's a big knock-up by Albert, finding Kyrie. And that's gonna be EVOS having the last laugh, because guess what? Turtle is up.
right for the objective as well. And that is such a huge kill on towards Kyrie, given to Albert. Kyrie's gonna come close, but this turtle is gonna get threaded down. Keyboy and Lutfi will buy time to the backup to arrive in the turtle pit. It's gonna be very close. Keyboy has the Tectonic Charge.
They've done it. The reset is there. As Kai now takes his time to get the purple. He is level 7. Albert is also level 7. But now they focus on the turtle. I don't think they want the turtle now.
They can't. But Game Fact gives Keyboy the title for the player with the most assists in MPL ID history. But so far, Skylar is munching on this turret down bottom. It's it's a very hard lane for the 1-1 to deal with. So yeah, it is going to be given up by Erlan. Now it's just gonna be a shift of the focus in towards the team fight. Albert might look for that engage, but it's not gonna be a commitment from Albert. ONIC, they do have avenues in the team fight. The RWM will be a solid tool, but Lutfi going at it with Rendy.
Oh, take a look at the mid fight though. That's gonna be Shadow. Oh! It's a 1-for-1 now. Kyrie recovers. Now Keyboy pops to revitalize, looking for
Lutfi.
some findings. That's gonna be Lutfi stunning Swalo. Ooh, that's a big one. Kai says hello as Swalo will be taken down. That's a big two-man stun, but no clear follow-up damage just yet though as the EVOS, they are disengaging. Because take a look at the mid lane. It's very juicy for ONIC.
That's massive from ONIC. Finally gripping together this game with all their fingertips. Up top, it's gonna be a wave pushing too. And Lutfi might just try to take this turret down, but I don't think he might be able to. Or he just might, because there is the damage, and yeah, he might take this turret down, and he will. So 2 turrets in total. A kill towards Albert. 4 kills for Kyrie now. This is where ONIC might just take off. Rendy is here.
Wow, take a look at the crowd control chain with the Guinevere and Arlet.
That's
enough to dismantle the Lapu Lapu.
That was beautiful. A sweep right into the Violent Requiem. Lutfi couldn't do anything about it. So he is gonna bite the dust. And now another objective spawns. The turtle as well for both teams to take. EVOS are grouping up now because they know they have to team fight their way into ONIC. But this time again, Lutfi has been given time and space to dive into the backline, look for the targets intended. And Adlan so far not yet heard of in this game. He might just pop off as the Windtalker and the Corrosion fight at least 2 items for the team fight. But ONIC, they are just as strong. They want to play this slow.
Lutfi doesn't land the stun. The turtle here is just hovered around. Oh, Tectonic Charge on towards the back airline here. Receiving it. Sans spots a real world revelation. That's Rendy finding 3. Kyrie picks up the turtle, but Rendy now. Oh, crossbow attack in the back. Looking for the damage. Rendy will fall. Skylar is re-hitting on towards Key, but take a look at the front. Lutfi finds Erlan and finds Swalo in the process. That's 4 members of the collapse, and it's a wipeout for ONIC.
Instantly smiting down the White Tigers up from above. Lutfi. Balls of steel to go into the backline, diving in. And that is why he is on the Lapu Lapu, locking down Swalo. And Albert gets taken down to ONIC. Finally looking like their old selves. Because today in the series, it doesn't feel like it's ONIC. Divine Glaive for Sans, extra damage again, Magic Pen, in-game equipment by Dunia Games. So far, it's all in the same route. But now Kyrie opts in for the War Axe into, or rather Hunter Strike into the War Axe as well. So I'm gonna go for the Sky Piercer. Because again, he is indeed having a hard time. Blade armor completed for Keyboy. Lest there be an Arlet Engager, even the 1-1. Not given time and space to free hit. Skylar will also munch down on the bottom side structure there. The turret will be taken down. And ONIC, they have tempo, they have control now. Switching sides, they're gonna go control, but down bottom. Meanwhile, ONIC, or rather EVOS, will get a cross-map trade up top towards the structure.
Yeah, I think now I understand, right? The Revitalize, its purpose is just to buy time for that crossbow attack. So if Keyboy receives a crossbow attack, perhaps that Revitalize might buy time, right? Especially in the early mid-game where 1-1 has not collected his items just yet.
Yep.
So let's see though. Right, it's a healthy lead. 9 minutes in, 5,000 gold lead. But then again, it's not. The job is not done yet here for ONIC. And this is why the Lord is so crucial. Atlanta has the Haas clause now. So definitely still the main man to target from ONIC.
Game-changing Lord here. And if ONIC is able to eat the damage, the initial engage coming in from EVOS, crossbow of Tang, and all other damage skills coming from EVOS, I think ONIC can also just turn around. They have the RWM, they have the bravest fighter in the hands of Lippy, and even EVOS are not going to contest it. It's all given freely for Kyrie and ONIC. And now they know they have to defend because they are on the back foot. It seems like EVOS, if they want to go in, it has to be a commitment, right? Because Albert will obviously just expose himself, the ultimate from the Guinevere. And then you have Erlan, who needs to find the weakness points into the crossbow of Tang. Because that is where EVOS might just turn things around. But then you see Keyboy, like you said, with the Revitalize, it just buys time, enough at least, to set up ONIC for a counter engage, especially when you know Keyboy has the Tonic Charge. All is available, and anything can happen. And so far, it is very quiet. The tension, you can feel it. Malefic Roar for Kyrie. Holy Crystal completed for Skylar. Skylar and Kyrie are gonna really hurt for EVOS, especially Kyrie. Extra damage, and the Holy Crystal for the Harith is just gonna sting. ONIC gonna march in, at least get a few pushes in, maybe the structures too. Corroding for EVOS. The Holy Defense pop too. Let's see if EVOS can hold this. I think they can.
All spells are up for both teams. That's gonna be the charge. That's gonna be the first base turret taken now. That's a far lane, folks. Now they look for the mid lane. The Lord, Lumpy again! He has been popping up this game. That's a big final slash though. Will this be the final counterplay? That's gonna be the crossbow of Tan. The Lord though is focusing on the main turret. And ONIC responds at game.
It all takes us to game 5. The skies are shook. EVOS pushing ONIC to the limit. Can they be the ones to secure the upper bracket final, or will ONIC once more show who they really are? The last game of today in the International Derby, it is ONIC against EVOS.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. One more showdown between the yellow porcupines and the white tigers. Take a look at ONIC already initiating in the mid lane, forcing Key to pop the Revitalize.
Small win, and ONIC
Albert
gonna get that, but yeah, the counter jungle from Albert gets the orange buff. That's gonna really delay Kyrie's pathing now. And Kyrie has been subject to being on the back foot for the series up against Albert. That went unchecked. And Kyrie, how is he gonna recover from this? He's gonna go and take the lethal wanderer, but look at Erlan. Erlan is here.
Already very aggressive
Very
here.
gifted though.
But that's already a big win for Albert. Farming wise, taking the orange buff.
Yep. Emblems by Games Max again. Came in with the weakness find. And the nothing out of the ordinary, Keyboy.
Yeah, that's gonna be Albert here. Mount Shocker does not land. So yeah, all is A-okay.
The weakness finder, the weapons master, excuse me, that emblem. But now San's back with this. This is one of his favorite picks, the Kimmy, right? It can really appeal for the team with the damage that it has. Good front to back as well. But I don't know, with this composition, it seems like ONIC want to brawl it out just abruptly. Compared to EVOS, given this Arlet for Rendy, it is all just for them on a silver platter, and now ONIC will be the ones to tip the Lord.
It will be the first neutral objective here on the board for Kai. A healthy one. And EVOS seems like they're okay with it. They're letting it go. They're saying, hey, we will have our compensation later on.
Yeah. They're going to play through Albert, obviously, and the Lunox too. So 2 core members that needs to be online. The Key gets knocked up.
That's a pull. I'm offended. Revitalize popped. Erlan is there to Way of Dragon. Keyboy, not enough damage just yet, but Keyboy will fall regardless. Both roamers now taken down. Kyrie looking to close the distance there, but Key will survive.
Man, Erlan survives with a sliver of HP.
Erlan survives, man.
And it feels like we're seeing a battle down in the gold lane where two of these players, they are known to be traditional marksman players. They like the marksmen, they like the rangers, they like the Harriet. And then now we see them brawling out like it's XP lane, right? They play the choke gold, something we haven't really seen much of Erlan. We have our fair share of, criticism towards him when he has to go and play the fighter. Same goes for Skylar. He's now on the Ruby, obviously on peel duty, and he has to go in to control the backline of EVOS. Now though, EVOS with the Gatot Kacha, they can set a lot of things up, especially with Albert, with the Yi Sun Shin. And now ONIC, by leaving open the Arlet, it looks like they have some sort of counterplay towards it with the glue too. Tsunami Slam!
On towards one, that's gonna be Albert, burst it down! What a setup there by ONIC, that's a big kill.
That's a very, very big kill. On towards Albert too, and the turtle will spawn. 15 seconds. ONIC has Cryo and Tempo in the mid lane, and into the bottom side of the lane as well. Adelan completely pressured, he's gonna have to clear the wave. Meanwhile, Skylar and Keyboy are rotating on towards the turtle pit. Traction Pulse gets expended though, and now they will try to take this neutral objective.
I think it's a free one, right? Albert died earlier on. So ONIC, they look to, I guess, double their lead in a sense, right? Two turtles on the board already. And yeah, all according to plan.
Strong objective contest as well. When you have the Ruby, when you have the Kalea, you have a lockdown, you have some sort of control. Oh, Skylar!
Finds two! That's a two-man knockup. Kai says hello. Randy and P will be taken down. Take a look at Kai. Punching jabs, but that will be the purple gone. So again, ONIC applying heavy pressure.
That was Skylar abruptly flickering in, getting the I'm offended onto 2. Good follow-up for the rest of the ONIC boys. Goal difference all in favor of ONIC. 2.6k gold lead. And then now it begs the question, how does this show function, right?
Yeah.
Aside from pickoffs. Because if the show wants to go into the backline, there is way too many obstacles to go through. You have Keyboy who can just lock you down, and then Skylar with the mini CCs. They can just lock the show in place. And then as Adelan, if you want to go in and go out, it feels like he's going to be on a suicide mission. And then the glue is just as annoying as the other members of the squad. Tough boots for Sans. He knows he has to try to dodge in. Offers damage!
That's the damage by Kai. Will pop the brilliance there in response to that burst potential damage. And yeah, good thing that he survives that one.
Wait, Keyboy goes in for the dominance ice. The Suns not go for the glowing wand because usually this patch at least when mid laners go for the glowing wand, the roamers might just skip the dominance ice. But now he goes for that dominance ice. So yeah, Sans also has the glowing wand already, so they want to go in ham. As Randy pops the sweep. That's Jonathan Liandi and our screens, Emperor.
Wow. Hello, Joe.
Gushin God.
Yeah, Gushin God indeed.
31 and 6. What was it? 31 and 3?
Yeah, oh, big final slash by Randy in the mid lane, but no! A bigger, I'm offended! That's gonna be Randy taking down Key a little bit late there with the AOG, and that's another double for Kai. ONIC, 4,000 gold lead, 6 minutes in.
Skylar looking alive in this match. Kyrie 1v1 with Albert. Something we want to see, but it is not wise to prolong your stay. And Adelan, now the only thing you see him do is just extend his presence on the side lanes as a Cho, sure. But then where does EVOS get the lockdown, the pickoff style they want to do? Because it's just up to Randy now with the final slash. And then you have to follow it up, right? But Suelo so far at least has 1 kill to his name as the Lunox, and then he has a way to get out of harm's way with that Brilliance Order. Hidden armor for Key, he knows the damage from the Kimmy will bite them. And ONIC feels like they have a way to just push back EVOS. They have a way to kind of, mind the gap up against EVOS, especially with the Kimi, a very strong pick in this context at least. Kyrie, brute force breastplate, extra tankiness, cooldown reduction as well. So yeah, ONIC, so far they are playing to their game plans. And we talked about ONIC just, you know, opting for comfort. This one I think is much more meta than comfort. Sky Piercer for Sans, it is going to come in handy. And it is time for Sans to farm those stacks up.
It is definitely time for ONIC to apply more pressure in the jungles. That's a big knock up in the back. Oh, again! The combination of Key and Randy are not working right now.
Oh.
But this time ONIC adds way low to the hit list. 3 members off the board, and ONIC, they will go for more.
Erlan is trying to salvage such a dire situation in the base of EVOS. At least he's hitting on the bottom side turret. He's gonna get one. And ONIC, they seem unfazed. They will stay in that mid lane. Do they want to barge in? Are they trying to force a fight? Erlan might look for a flank angle, get a kick in, and even the whole defense from ONIC will be popped. So a slight win from EVOS. And now they have to find Erlan.
There you go, yeah, they found it. They found it. Erlan was unable to find a flank there. He got the structure though, at least. The Lord is up, and I don't see a way where EVOS can contest.
It's a slow burn now. It's a slow, painful death for EVOS. 7.2k gold lead. ONIC will try to get this Lord going. Oracle secured for Keyboy. Extra magic damage. Extra tankiness too. And look at EVOS. Mind you, all 3 plus this one, 4 objectives, are left uncontested by EVOS. And ONIC just breezed past them easily, taking all of that, plundering it. And even Erlan, see, this Joe becomes less of a variable now for ONIC to deal with. Because all it has to do now is just create a segue play up top, just push it, and get a split push going. But that's not how you really want to kind of operate, right? As a Joe short, it is quite good, but again, you have to go in for the kicks, man. Even Kyrie is going to respond to Erlan 1v1.
Hello. Kai will receive that Way of Dragon.
No.
Will it have enough damage though? I don't think so. That's a great timing on that flicker by Erlan, just to buy time as the Lord is marching in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think Kyrie is going to hold Erlan, but he lets him recall. Meanwhile, the Lord will knock into the White Tiger's cage and see if they can hold. The Lord is quite frankly healthy. And even the whole defense down bottom pop. I'll try to push in the bottom side turret as well. And Erlan is still staying up top.
Tsunami Slam by Keyboy! That's gonna be Kyrie executing a player. Now, ONIC, they lock in the turret as Kai picks the double. They want to fight, and they will win it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is all over! As ONIC, they will wipe out EVOS and take the series 3-2. Welcome.